apologize, people. I apologize, people. My audio was going crazy. Once again, welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Appreciate you guys coming by. Hope everybody's doing well on their holidays, man. I hope everything's going great. But as you see by the ticker right there, tough loss tonight. Tough loss, 116 and 113. Devin Booker. You know, there's the elites, right? The elites. Or we like to say the superstars. He is a superstar. And that's what superstars do. I feel we have our star ascending to possibly a superstar. Not a superstar just yet, but I feel like Brunson is in that conversation, right, of being a star in this league. You saw what he did tonight. But Devin Booker, man, as soon as he got the ball in his hands and went to that corner and Randall and Barrett didn't rush him, I said game over. You give him, he had too much room. He had too much room to hit that fall away three. Them guys, for dudes like him, that's like a layup to a cat like that. You gotta rush him. You gotta blitz him, man. Blitz him, because if not, he's gonna do what he did. He sends you home. But you can't even be mad. You listen. There's a lot of things you could be mad about this game. I'm gonna touch on that. But you can't let the elites, because that's what he is, an elite player in this league, top of the food chain type of player, get a free look like that, and you put your hand up late. It can't happen. Can't happen. You know what I mean? And that to me is the reason, and not the main reason why we lost, but you know, you got when you come out flat and not ready to go. This is the second night in a row. These guys just don't look like they're ready, man. They just don't look like it. They had a whole bunch of guys out there, a whole bunch of guys on Phoenix just hustling. Of course, KD being down tonight and Bradley Beal being out. We don't know when he's coming back, but KD was just out. They showed highlights of him prior to the game, right, warming up. They said it's a foot issue, so that's why he couldn't go tonight. It's a good thing he didn't, because the score would have been worse, because they blitzed the Knicks as soon as the tip happened. They blitzed the Knicks, and the Knicks just didn't have a response. You can't come out lackluster, man, in this league. You just can't. What the Suns had today was a whole bunch of bench guys. Nasir Little, I mean, I know him because I saw him in Carolina. A whole bunch of other guys, man, that you're just like, yo, who's that? I saw Ball on the bench. I mean, they got a whole bunch of dudes over there, and it's just like, who are these guys, man? But they were hustling. They were knocking down three-pointers. And, of course, Eric Gordon, he's like been in the league for 40 years, man. Eric Gordon's been in the league since O.J. Mayo, right? Think how long ago that was. O.J. Mayo. We'll use a name like that. But he was knocking down shots. He was, you know what I mean? That's one thing he's been able to do his whole stint in this NBA is knock down shots, right? And so that's what Eric Gordon was doing. You were giving him too much room. And they were just all over the Knicks, man. The Knicks just didn't seem to have it. They were getting offensive rebounds. The Knicks are the best rebounding team in the league. How you get out-rebounded by this team? This is what happens when you don't come ready to play in this league. It doesn't matter who's down. It doesn't matter who's hurt. It doesn't matter, like, what stars aren't there. All these guys, like I've said before, all these guys on these teams are nice. Everybody is nice. There's no bums in this league. None. So if you don't come ready to go, you don't come locked in, this is what happens. You lose. You struggle to beat a team that's down two superstars. Knicks shouldn't have no problem with these guys, man. They should have took care of them easy. This should have been easy work. Devin Booker would have got his, but it would have been easy work. You know, they were letting Eric Gordon go baseline on him. I said, Eric Gordon, man, he hasn't went baseline in like 10 years. Or he is a spot-up shooter, man. You let him get off. Once I saw that, I said, okay, this is going to be a long night. This is going to be a long night. And, you know, there's a lot of areas I can go with tonight. Of course, them coming out lackluster, but the main thing I'm going to go to, and the people are going to say, okay, no, LV, you jump. We got to do it, okay? Randall's got to play better, man. And I'm not speaking of like the stretch that he had in the third quarter to bring us back, but we wouldn't even be in this predicament if he would just be him. If he would just take advantage of the matchups that he has. The guy is so talented, man. It just makes you want to bang your head against a rock. Like, it's just, he's too good of a player to not come out. Like, he comes out like he's getting turnovers. Like, he's just not making the right basketball decisions. And I don't know what happens. Then the third quarter comes. Then now he's woken up. Like, it's like, dude, where were you at in the first half? Then he gets an N1. He looks at the crowd and kind of makes a little face. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Come on, Randall. Come on. He's got to play better from jump. If you're an all-star, you're an all-NBA guy, you can't look like you're just another ball player out there. You got to look better than everybody. And then when you finally wake up and want to play and start dominating dudes, then it's like, yo, man, where was this guy in the first half? Because then the Knicks wouldn't be fighting. Because then when you're playing catch-up, it's so much harder in this league to play catch-up against teams like this. It's just because, once again, everybody is nice. It doesn't matter. And these are still NBA guys. So you can't leave guys like Nasir Little open for threes and a whole bunch of other cats, man. I'll get their names later. There was another guy's name was Stewart. You know, then you had the guy, Matu, I think that was his name. Just a whole bunch of guys, man. Just leaving them open, man. I think his name was Goodwin, not Stewart. I'm sorry, Goodwin. And that just cannot happen. And that's the frustration. But coming out flat, and I don't know what's going on, man. But once again, something's got to give, right? Something's got to give. You can't be coming out flat and not ready to go. Like, that can't happen. Yes, the season's tough. Right? Everyone's tired. We get it. It's just the holidays. We get it. It's holidays for everybody. Everybody's tired. Okay, everyone's getting their what's the word I'm looking for? I'll say this. They're getting their sea legs adjusted, right? They're getting their legs back for the season. Everybody. It's happening to everybody. So the reality is that you got to play better, man. You cannot come out not ready to go. And it happened Friday, and we got lucky based on IQ and Brunson and RJ pushing it to the max towards the end. That pulled us, out of the rut that we was in, but we can't afford to do that again, like, on certain nights, man. Not against these good NBA teams. The Suns are good, man. Drew, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Thank you, man. I fixed my audio. I appreciate that. Drew said, nah, bro. We came out flat. Absolutely. Once again, if we had played hard from the outset, we would have won this game. Absolutely. We're not a good enough team to just show up and win a game against anyone. Absolutely. We're not there yet. We don't have the pieces. NBIC, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Hey, man, happy holidays to everybody out there, man. Appreciate you guys coming through, rocking with your boy, man. Randall has to play better, indeed, but we can't, as a team, continue to come out flat in these games. Agreed. Too many things to discuss in this game. RJ 3 for 13, Grimes 1 for 5, unacceptable. You know what? I was going to touch on that. I was going to get to Grimes and I was going to get to RJ. But one thing I will say to you, which I totally in agreement with, is that, like, coming out flat, like, I'm getting worried because, what happens a lot of times, you pick up bad habits, right? And I don't want this team to start picking up bad habits by not coming out ready to go. One thing they started doing this season, which I loved, is they came out, a lot of the games they came out ready to go, right? They came out motivated, getting rebounds, hustling. These last two games, man, they just don't seem to have their legs. I don't know what it is, but they just seem sluggish, man. Atlantic Lion, what's going on, man? Hope all is well with you. Appreciate you coming by. They just seem sluggish, and that is like, to me, the biggest issue here. They were getting out hustled, man. Like, like they were getting these guys were getting all the offensive rebounds. Like the guy like a guy like Gooden and Little. The one guy coming off the bench, Matu. They were just getting out hustled, man. And it was getting frustrating because I was like, come on, like Goodwin, like a guy like Goodwin, he had like 7 boards tonight, man. Eubanks had 6. Devin Booker had 5. This guy named Cat Bates Diop, he had 7 boards. Like, you gotta understand that all that stuff equates, man. They out rebounded us by 11, man. Excuse me, I'm bugging, by 9. Had 5 more offensive rebounds than we did. Like that can't happen, man. Those are extra possessions. So you got to understand, those 5 extra possessions, right? Those offensive rebounds, that you don't know how many points that equates to. But that's what happens when you wake up like lazy and not ready to go, and you're kind of like just not like just not there, man. Like, for me, like, that was the frustrating part. It was the effort. You know what I mean? Like, and then you get behind the 8 ball, right? Then it's hard to fight back. So, perfect example. Like, once again, right, the first quarter, we started off slow. We were down 34-22. Then we start waking up. Then the second quarter is 34-30. Then the third quarter is 36-31. We win that, and then we tie up in the fourth. But the problem is you're starting off behind, down 12. In the first quarter, and like then you just find yourself fighting. So it's like you got to wake up. And it's like it should not take you guys to be motivated to play, man. It's the NBA. You guys get millions of bucks. Be ready to go, man. Be ready to go. And for me, that's the frustration. It is. And just certain guys you just didn't really get much from, man. You really didn't. Guys that are usually like, big contributors. And that being R.J. Barrett, right? He had a tough night tonight. He did. We got to be real about it. He did not play well, and that cannot happen. But I will say this, though. He's been playing well all year. I don't know if you saw. You guys saw the net rating. His net rating is like he's like top 3 in the league or top 5 in the league, something like that. So he's up there. Top 10 defensively. So his what he's doing on a night in night out basis, he's producing at a high clip, right? He's playing a lot better than where he ever has in his whole career. So okay, so we'll give him an off night, like we'll do that. But he had 31 minutes, 3 for 11 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. He looks like he's come back down to earth on his 3-pointers. 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Solid again from the free throw line. You must say, man, his free throws are really, really solid this year. But only 9 points, man. He's got to produce. I liked him going to the hole, but he just didn't have it tonight. I don't know, just lift. I don't know. He just didn't play well. He just didn't, and that can't happen. As much as we've given him a lot of praise, people like myself, you gotta call a thing a thing. But he's got to play better. He really, really does. Like, we're going to need him in the clutch. We're going to need him to turn that corner and be a lot more consistent. Like, I don't want to see 9-point games. Like, I want to see him getting anywhere between 16 to 20, like every night. Every night, because that's going to be needed for this team. We especially the way Randall is, right? He's such a roller coaster of a player. You just don't know what you're going to get from him. So when he does finally wake up, if RJ's producing at a high clip and playing well, then Randall finally wakes up, then that takes us to another level. Atlanta Lion, we got it. We got out-nicked by scrubs. Absolutely. Respectfully. Not absolutely. I know the point that you're making. A lot of guys out there, we don't even know who they are. Like I said, I know Nasir Little because I remember watching, I watch a lot of UNC. I watch a lot of college. So I remember him when he was at UNC. The one kid, I remember him, he was at USC. Matu, that big kid. But everyone else, I didn't know. I didn't know that guy Goodwin. I didn't know Eubanks. Like, I didn't know those guys. Who are these guys, man? I've never seen these guys ever a day in my life. I've never even seen them on other rosters. Bates Diop. Like, who's that? But my man has 7 boards tonight and 9 rebounds. That's big, man. That's big for production. Especially in a 3-point game. So, so they had a whole bunch of guys, man, that just, and you know what it is too, man? I'm not even mad. Like, it's not even a matter of their production. Like, it's just their energy. They were high energy guys. Like, they were getting loose balls. They were blocking shots. They were getting deflections. Like, they were all over it tonight on the Knicks. The Knicks just could not match that intensity. And that's why they lost by 3. Because they should have won this game. No KD, no Bradley Beal. They should have won this game easy. But once again, like I said in the beginning, you don't come to play in this league, this is what happens. You lose by 3 at home on a Sunday night. This is what happens. Okay, Caesar says, we came out flat against the Celtics in the opener. The Pelicans, most recently, the last 2 games, it is an early and very disgusting trend. Absolutely, man. I mentioned that. I'm noticing, like, bad habits being picked up. I think, Tibbs is going to, I wouldn't be surprised if he shakes up the lineup. I wouldn't be surprised if he shakes some things up because it's kind of like nuance, right? Like, you're going to have to shake some things up. And I don't know if he take Grimes out, but Grimes is looking bad, man. Like, he doesn't look like he needs to be out there, man. Hey, Coach, what's going on, man? Hope all is well with you. Salute to you, man. Hey, happy holidays to you, man. Hope everything is going well. Appreciate you coming by. I truly, truly do. Everybody, if you're first time coming by, if you're here, please hit that like button, subscribe too. But I appreciate everybody coming by, rocking with your boy LV. But he's like, you get to a point in the season where you got to kind of shake things up. Like, because of DiVincenzo, he's new to the team. We don't have Obi. We do need a 3D wing. We understand that. It's something missing, right? So he's going to have to kind of reconstruct this lineup. Like, he's going to have to. I do like the combination of IQ and Brunson on the court at the same time. You're going to have to see a lot of that. I don't think they need to start, but you're going to have to see a lot of that. Because I don't know if you guys saw, IQ came in the first. He came out with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. So you see he's getting more minutes. Like, so Tibbs is identifying who are the energy guys. Like, he's identifying who's kind of like, who's playing like, like their hair's on fire. IQ's been coming out 2 straight nights. He's ready to go. He's not like taking any, taking any backseat. Same thing with Brunson. So, I don't know. These guys got to wake up. That's basically what it is. NBIC says, and now you see my point. Here we go. About Brunson not being a playmaker. These guys about Brunson. Stop with Brunson, man. NBIC, stop with Brunson. Stop with Brunson, man. Difference between a star and a superstar. If Brunson learns how to break down the defense and get his teammates involved early, listen, man. Let Brunson be Brunson, man. That's it. Don't touch Brunson. Let Brunson be Brunson, NBIC. You're trying to change the guy. Let him be him. Everybody else has got to step up. He's our star that's ascending to a superstar. Do you see his numbers, man? Come on. He almost put us back in the game tonight. In and out 3. That was right there. That was right down. That was going down, man. If he probably was a little closer, he would have knocked it down. Come on, man. The Brunson hate is too real, man. Come on. Brunson is the guy, man. He's the guy on this team. Okay, Juju, RJ has the season to show what he's worth on this team. It's a good point. It's a good point, but I don't want to give up on him. RJ's still young, man. He's only 23, man. He's playing well, man. He's playing really well. It's because he had a bad game. That doesn't mean he's playing well, man. He's playing consistent. Like, he's not, you know what I mean? This was his first kind of clunker. You know what I mean? I'll give that to him. Coach says, salute. We need help. Have we beaten a good team yet? That's a good point. Start IQ. Nah, I can't start IQ just yet, man. We need that punch coming off the bench. We do. NBIC, also, this is what you get when you trade 2 productive wings and don't replace them. The better teams let you know what it is. You know what? That is a great point. I can't deny that with you. I don't like letting go of Obi like that. Like, I didn't like that. You know, they got to work things out. But I don't like just sending them away, man. Like, you got, like, you know, he's a nice piece, man. Like, that shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? I had an issue with that. But that was all inside stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like, they, you know, Obi's people and people like Obi, they kind of was putting pressure on to move him. So, I think that's what happened. We need a 3D true wing and a stretch big. Now, agreed. What's up, LV? GZD, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Killer Dog, what's going on? Appreciate you coming by for real. Don't try to fix nothing that's not broken. Okay, Grimes is programmed to be a defender. He is defending the best players every night. All right. I don't like the word programmed, right? The reason why I don't like that word, because then what that's telling me is he can't do nothing else. Like, he's so brainwashed that he forgot how to play basketball. Like, that shouldn't happen. If that's the case, he should be at the end of the bench. But that program, no, man. You still got to be a ball player. Like, if it was up to me, like in all honesty, I would take him out the starting lineup. I would take him out. I would take him out. I would take him out. And I would have him come off the bench. I would shake things up. Tibbs is gonna have to until we go out and we get. Hey, listen, man. I saw a couple of 3D wings that Phoenix had. I like Little. He's big too, man. He's about 6'8". Just somebody to hold him over. You know what I'm saying? He's cheap. At this point, man, I'll take anybody. Like the guy Bates Diop, he's 6'8". Now, of course, I'm not. Of course, LV's not saying, okay, let's do the deal now. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm suggesting is we're in dire need of a 3D wing. We really, really are. A guy that's big, long, athletic, can get deflections, can block shots, can do it all on the court, and he's got some size to him. Like we need that. We're undersized, man, and it's showing. It's showing. You got to understand, Josh Hart and those guys are only 6'4", 6'5". They're having a hard time. They are. Because now they're being forced to guard people kind of outside. You know, Josh Hart can do it, but you're forcing him to kind of, guard bigger guys all the time. And he has a hard time with that, right? But Grimes isn't giving you anything, man. He's really, really not. Like, I'm even going, like, as far as even hustle points. Like, he doesn't crash the boards. He doesn't rebound. So it's just tough because I like what he gives. But he's not helping in any way. If he's not knocking down shots, what is Grimes doing? It's like the Knicks are out there playing 5-on-4. And he plays defense, okay, but listen, man, like, he's getting cooked. Devin Booker is a superstar, so he ain't. They have to send a double team. That tells you how good he is. So what is Grimes really doing? He didn't really play that much tonight. What was his minutes tonight? Did he even come in at the end of the game? He was nowhere to be found. So I like the kid. I just, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just things that I'm seeing on the court. You know what I mean? As a ball player, like, I'm just watching. Like, I'm like, I don't know about this kid. Like, I'm just seeing certain things. You know what I mean? Like, he's just not active. And I think Tibbs is trying to give him opportunities, right? Like, he is. Like, he's trying to, but it's just not looking good. Because that's where we're hurting, guys. You guys don't realize it. That's where we're hurting. We're not getting nothing from him. No type of production, man. Nothing. You got to have your shooting guard at least giving you 10 at least. He's not giving you that. Nothing. Now you guys are saying start IQ, right? Like, I would love to start IQ, but then that destroys our bench. It destroys our bench, and we need production coming off of the bench. We do. And you're gonna need IQ to spell Brunson, like, you know what I mean? For Brunson to come out and take a break, and then towards the end of the game, then you could play them together, and end the game with them because I love that at the end of the game. I do. But I don't know, man. It's just hard because there was a couple times Randall swung the ball to him and the kid just didn't he's like he didn't know what to do, man, with the pill. And I'm like, dude, like, how you forget how to play basketball? You know what I mean? Like it's just I don't know, man. Atlantic Line said Grimes had Booker on the island for a while, but D Book is a hooper, man. He was bound to wake up and start banging some shots. Yeah, man, he was missing some shots too. It was very similar to Anthony Edwards the other night. Very similar. It's not like Grimes is stopping these guys, man. They're just missing shots. But they're missing, like, good shots. Like, these aren't, like, crazy shots they're taking. Like, he's making it hard on them. No, they get into their spots, and they're just missing. It's not like I'm watching the game. And then they go to do the same shot in the second half, and they're making them. What's the difference? Okay, NBIC. Dante can't make layups. You want him in the starting lineup? He's guaranteed to miss at least 2 a game. All right. He can't make layups. Okay, sometimes he misses, yeah. But, okay, would you want a guy that's slashing, trying to make a layup, or Grimes who doesn't give you any of that? The kid gets rebounds, he attacks, he gets steals, he does all that. Grimes is shaky, man. I'm sorry, you got to take it's like the lesser 2 evils, man. You know what I mean? Like, I think Grimes is a good defender, but man, he's like, I think we want him to be something that he's not. He's getting all opportunities to really show what he can do, man, and he's like dropping the ball. You know what I mean? Like, he's got ample opportunities, man. Like, he's just not playing well. He's just not, and that's where the Knicks are lacking. That 2-guard spot is not giving you anything, and that hurts. Okay, Jay Drew says IQ is the best and obvious option to place next to JB, the starting lineup. He'll bring an entirely different dynamic to the starting unit. And listen, man, I totally agree, but we lose that punch off the bench. We need that, and we need somebody to spell Brunson. So with both of those guys can't be out, and that's what would happen if you're starting them. You can't have both of those guys out. GCD, RJ Barrett played bad game. Okay, RJ Barrett, bad game really affected the outcome. He shot 3 for 11, and that kind of performance can't happen. Listen, you know what? Yeah, I mentioned RJ, man. RJ had a tough night. He had a tough night. Okay, it happens. But I'm just saying, like, you know, but as well as he's played this season so far, like, come on, if he has a bad night, I don't think it's an issue. Stagger IQ with the second unit. I know, man, but you got to, boss. That I don't know, man. I don't know. I like that, but you got to understand, like, IQ coming off. Here's the thing. I think IQ should be the first person to come off. I don't think it should be Josh Hart. I think IQ comes in, you take Grimes out. That's what should happen. Grimes comes out, he sits on the bench until the third quarter. Right? Then you rotate RJ with Josh Hart. Right? Brunson comes out. DiVincenzo comes in. Then that's the lineup. But that's what the bench should be. That's how the rotation should come in. You know, then you bring RJ back in for Randall. Then you bring Ihart in for Mitch. Then you could do something like that. Atlantic Line. I saw a start where the Knicks currently have the worst field goal percentage in the league. In the league. Those offensive rebounds are our identity, and we are pulling them down. We aren't going to win. Now, agreed. The issue is this, man, and I'm being honest with you. Randall's lack of Randall's roller coaster is really what hurts this team. Like, all in all, because I told you guys, we're going to go as far as he wants us to go because he's such a matchup nightmare. He's 6'10", and you saw in the third quarter when he started being him how dominant he was. I was like, where were you at in the first half? Then he's looking over at the crowd and stuff like that, looking. I'm like, dude, man, play ball, man. We need you right now. We don't need you making faces. So it shows you how good of a player he is. So it's like, where was he at in the first half? Whoever this guy is, Diop and all these other dudes, man, Matu, they should not. Randall should be. He should have had 40 tonight, man. 40. There's nobody could check him. KD's not there. Like, so I'm confused. Like, that's why he's so frustrating, because he's given the keys to be the guy next to Brunson, which is all right. I'll put it to you like this. Imagine if we were to swap Randall with a prime Melo, when Melo was in his prime. Excuse me, not even in his prime. When he came to the Knicks and he cut the braids, we get that Melo. Are we having this discussion? No, we're not. We're not. And that's the frustration with this guy. Because he has all the talent to be not the same exact player as Melo, but maybe a little bit below. He's like quite a few tiers below Melo. But Melo's production and what he was as a player, of course, he's a Hall of Famer. Imagine him next to Brunson, man. King Ribby, what's going on, man? Hope all is well with you. Happy holidays to all you guys, man. Keep on saying that, man. Holidays is the greatest time of the season for me, man. I love it, man. I love being with family and friends. So you guys are my basketball family, too. You know what I mean? Big shouts to y'all. So I got to give y'all a big holiday shout out, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Rocking with your boy. Makes me feel great. Okay, GD said, I think having Grimes come off the bench with Ike, with Quickly and Hart is a great idea. Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. I think that'll help him with his game better, man. You know, I don't know. The kid, he just the Knicks don't look, because they're not getting anything from him. Nothing. Like DiVincenzo, if he comes in, he's not going to play scared. He's going to be cut into the basket. He's going to be making offensive rebounds. He's going to be giving you something. Just because Josh Hart doesn't score, he does other things that impact this team. Like, Grimes doesn't give you anything, man. NBIC said, here is a major factor that we lost in this game. Vogel. He makes adjustments. He is still PO that he lost to Tibbs in the playoffs as an intern. No one wants to lose to Tibbs in the playoffs. Dude, it wasn't Vogel. I'm sorry, man. It wasn't Frank Vogel. It wasn't. It was not Frank Vogel. It was the fact that this team came out flat. They didn't do anything. They just was out hustling the Knicks. It wasn't like they were sitting there knocking down shots and they were just an offensive explosion. No, they came out ready to go. The Knicks came out flat. Grimes plays Tibbs' fault. This is his system, and that's not okay. Tibbs has nothing to do with how you play, man. He's starting the kid. He's giving the kid the keys to ball. He ain't. If Grimes plays bad, he's not gonna take him out. He's giving Grimes the reign to really, really produce at a high clip, man. He's not showing up. So what is Tibbs got? Shoot jump shots for him? Come on, man. No. If that's the case, DiVincenzo will be out there playing scared, but he's not. That's the case, Josh Hart be coming in there playing scared, but he's not. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think the kid needs to kind of sit on the bench and kind of think about it a bit, and come in and kind of not feel so much pressure. You know what I mean? Because starting with those dudes is a lot, man. But you need a guy that's a uber confident cat that doesn't care about Randall and RJ. He gonna still play his game, and to me, that's what DiVincenzo does, and that's what a guy like IQ does. Listen, an easy fix is putting IQ there. That's an easy fix. But we need somebody to spell Brunson. We can't have both of those dudes off the court. If you're starting both of them, that's what could happen. Because IQ needs a break too, man. So you know what I mean? You could try to stagger them, but guys need breaks, man. They can't play the whole game. Sorry, okay. Juice said IQ should be playing 36 or 38 minutes a game. That's more than enough time for him to start and run with the second unit. IQ starting with IQ starting will offset these slow starts. I know, man, but I just kind of broke it down, man. You know what I mean? I do understand the easy fix, but it's gonna cause problems because these guys need rest. So yes, if they're both starting together, but you have to understand the importance of Brunson getting his rest and IQ getting his, it's got to be staggered the right way. If you start those guys, there's going to be a time where both of them are going to be off the court, and that cannot happen because you don't have a ball handler. I mean, you do. I mean, DiVincenzo could run the point, but I'm just saying you need that offensive production from the top of the key, and that's what Brunson does, and that's what IQ does. You can't have a point in the game where both of them are going to be out, but with them starting, that's going to happen. Trust me, these guys get tired, man. It's a long game. Okay. MBIC, he said, this is a mess created by Tibbs. Okay, here we go. Next season, get Siakam, get rid of Randall. The following season, get OG and put RJ at the 2. Finally, get rid of Tibbs and start. He wants Johnny Bryant in there. He wants Johnny Bryant. Tibbs is not going anywhere, man. Tibbs is going to leave when he wants to leave. As long as this team is competitive like they are, they're one of the better teams in the East, he's not going anywhere. Tibbs is a stubborn guy, man. He's not going anywhere, man. He's got these guys playing well, man. He have their moments, but they don't suck. You know what I'm saying? They're a good team. They've been in the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years. Tibbs is not going anywhere. MBIC wants him out, man. He wants him out today. Okay, Juicy just said Josh Hart can't keep consistently turning down open threes. He's not earned. Yeah, man. You know what? That's not his game, you know? And I think that hurts also too, offensively. But see, to me, that's where Tibbs and those offensive guys, they got to shift. And wherever he's rotating to, you got to make that be DiVincenzo. Because DiVincenzo's going to take that shot. He's not going to be turning that down. That shot should be swinging to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo needs to be knocking that down. So offensively, however they have the rotations, however they have guys running certain spots for certain setups and sets, whatever offensive set they're in, they got to be having certain things where it rotates for DiVincenzo to get those open shots. And then maybe Josh Hart just get the corner threes. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So that's how the sets go. When you're playing at a certain location, in a set, you're meant to be rolling off of a screen, pop out here, right, or pop out in the corner, however it goes. But to me, that's where you got to put DiVincenzo, because then those wide open threes that'll get fixed real quick. IQ is uber confident. Yeah, he is, man. Killer Dog said, let Grimes run point. No. Grimes can't run on point. I'm saying on that second unit, Grimes ain't a point guard, man. Get the pill out of his hands. What I'm saying is that DiVincenzo can run it. He could bring the ball up. You know what I'm saying? He's proven it in Golden State and stuff like that. And of course, he did it in college. So those guys could do that. You know what I mean? But the issue is you can't have Brunson and IQ off the court at the same time. That can't happen. They produce too much at a high clip. That's the thing. So it's got to be a balance, man. And with both of those guys out, the team won't be balanced. And then we turnovers, it'll be looking crazy, man. Randall will be stumbling and bumbling all over the place. It just will look bad. MBIC, do you really think Tibbs is going to sit Hart or Dante? Please. He wouldn't do that even in the playoffs. Even when Hart was getting cooked by Jimmy. Jimmy cooks everybody. It's playoff Jimmy, man. Come on, he cooks everybody. Look what he did to the Bucks, man. Come on. Jimmy he's a Hall of Famer, man. So you can't just say Hart was getting cooked by Jimmy like Jimmy's a scrub. Like, you can't. MBIC, come on, man. You can't do that. Jimmy is top tier, man. So you got to understand, he going to cook anybody, just like Devin Booker. He going to get busy. So There should be juices. There should never be a point where neither IQ or JB is on the court if the minutes are properly managed. That's the thing, right? I agree. Listen, I'm not knocking what you're saying. Like I agree. I'm just saying trust me, there's gonna be a time. There's gonna be a time. And that can't happen. That's why that's not okay. Tibbs and these guys are smart, man. They've been doing this longer than us, right? So they understand who's the best matchups. They understand how it looks. But they realize, like, you got to have balance. You can't have both of those guys because it's going to be a time, trust me, based on minutes and based on, where guys are at, how they're feeling, guys need rest in the games. Both of those guys are going to be off the court, man. There's going to be a time in the game. And you can't have that in this league because you'll be down 15 in a heartbeat. That's how this league goes. A couple of threes, a couple of steals, boom, you're down by 15. Like, that's how this goes in this league. Period. So you got to be smart with how you play this. You just can't say, I got to start these guys for offensive production. No, you got to think of the balance of your team. You got to do that. Killer dogs. That's what I'm saying. Let Grimes run point. Whenever either one. Yo, listen, man. Grimes is shaky with the pill, man. Killer dogs. There's no way I would let Grimes run point. He is shaky with that rock, man. He's trying to cross dudes over. He don't know what he's doing. I'm like, yo, my man, come on, B. I know you ain't forget to play ball. Drew says, truly an easy fix. Yeah, it's an easy fix, but is it a smart fix, though? It's an easy fix. Yeah. Put IQ in. It doesn't go like that, man. You got to make sure the team is balanced appropriately for this thing to really rock the way it should. If that ain't the case, man, it's going to look bad. It could be bad. You know what I'm saying? So you got to balance the team out. Killer Dog said, I think if Grimes had the ball in his hands more, he would flourish better. I don't know, man. All right. Let me say this about Grimes. There's a thing called confidence, right? And maybe, Killer Dogs, you let Grimes come off the bench to get his confidence back. Maybe him being in that starting lineup is a lot for him, right? Maybe that's what his situation is. And I don't know if him starting is the best thing for him. You might see a different player coming off the bench. Maybe he might feel with the second unit, I could really do me now, right? Who knows? Maybe he feels like he can't really, confidence-wise, when he's out there with those guys, maybe he feels like, oh, I don't want to make a mistake, or I don't want to not pass to Randall, because I don't know. Who knows? But with that second unit, maybe he feels like, okay, maybe I could just be me and do me. Maybe that could help him. But what I'm trying to tell you is a guy like DiVincenzo, he's not going to do that. He's going to come in and play his game. He's going to play his game. He's not going to think twice. He's not going to be unsure to pass here. He's going to be like, nah. I'm doing me. And you need that type of aggression from your two guard on that first unit. You need that because you got to keep pressure on the other team. Grimes doesn't give them pressure. Not at all. They swing at DiVincenzo. He's pulling. He's not thinking twice. And he's attacking. You know what I'm saying? So you need something like you need like a spark. You know what I'm saying? In that first unit, can't always be Brunson, man. And then Randall's Randall, right? We know what it is with him. NBIC, do you really think Tibbs will change offensive sets? Do you hear his comments in the pressers? They will figure it out. This is his philosophy. That's why we lose. This is NBIC, people. Listen, man, I think not change offensive sets, sir. What I'm saying is have certain people in those sets in certain positions during those sets. I don't know if you played basketball before, but when you're playing offensive sets, if you're on the elbow and you're kind of running like a pick and roll, if you want this guy to kind of roll on that so he can hit an open jump shot, you're going to put him in that situation to do that. Then another guy that's not that good of a shooter, you'll want to have him in the wing, right? So it depends. Maybe if they switch positions and put DiVincenzo coming off the pick and roll, doing the, you know what I mean? They kind of do like the, oh man, I forgot the damn thing, man. Excuse my language. Sorry, forgot the set. But anyway, there's a part when Josh Hart, he rolls and he picks, and actually RJ does it too, and he picks to the corner. So it's up to Brunson whether he wants to swing it or if not. I'll put it to like this: last year, everybody was mad when Brunson went to the hole in the playoff in Game 6, and he didn't kick it out to Josh Hart. You know why he didn't kick it out to Josh Hart? Because he knew Hart ain't confident shooting that pill. If DiVincenzo was there, he would have gave it to him. Because he knows DiVincenzo going to pull it and be confident with it. And that's the key when you release it, man. You got to be confident and know that I'm going to knock this down. If you just putting it up because, I'm just putting it up, that's where you got to kind of move guys around to save them in the set. Juju says, you must have forgotten last year when IQ started at the 3 when RJ was out for 2 weeks with the lacerated finger. Yes, listen, I remember all that stuff, man. But what I'm saying is it's tough when you're trying to stagger the lineups, man. Like, it's tough. And remember also, too, we also had Obi, man. Like, you got to understand, man, the lineup is different now. So you got to be, like, Tibbs can't just automatically just pull from one place and make another place weaker. Like, you can't do that. It's got to be balanced here, man. And I think that's what he's doing. Drew said, Grimes can't handle any added responsibilities with the ball. Yeah, man, Grimes is shaky with the pill, man. But once again, man, if he goes to that second unit, man, he might wake up and kind of start playing better. Killer Dogs, come off the bench at point with quick as shooting guard is what I'm saying. I see what you're saying. I'm thinking about it as before I talk. Sorry, but is Grimes a facilitator though? That's the thing, man. Like I hear what you're saying. Like you want to see the ball in Grimes' hands. What I'm saying is what I've seen Grimes is shaking with the pill. Now, to your point, maybe him coming off the bench, being a facilitator, is better for him. Maybe he'll start playing better. I'm open to that. Let's see what happens. Maybe the kid feels like he's kind of handcuffed with that first unit. The second unit, maybe he feels like he can really get busy. I don't know. Only he knows. But what I'm saying is, based on what you're saying, I don't know if I see him as a facilitator at that second unit on the at the point. You know what I mean? But once again, I don't know. So to your point, let's try it out and see. Drew said there's no better spark on his team than IQ. Agreed. That's why it's so important for him to come off the bench. For right now. But because you got to understand, Drew, you can't pull from something and leave less than. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it's got to be balanced. Because then you're going to be losing something in that other area, and that can't happen. So you just got to balance things, man. That's all this is. It's just a balancing act. We got to figure out where it works. Listen, they'll figure it out, but I do think that they're going to have to adjust some things with some minutes with some guys. Like, because I'm telling you, man, I'm watching some guys just don't have it, man. Like, Grimes looks shaky. Like, I don't know. I do think that IQ does need more minutes. I think you need to try some different lineups. But, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying. So, it's a lot. It's some things he's going to have to think about. He is. Playing deuce is the easy fix. If you make set plays designed for Grimes, he flourishes. Dante is a bench piece, not a starter. He will fail miserably as a starter. Keep him with his energy. Keep him with as an energy player. I can't help but laugh. He wants to play deuce. Deuce can't hit a jump shot, okay? He's great. He's a worse version than Grimes. At least he defends, but he can't hit a jump shot. Caesar, then what was the point of bringing in Dante? He should be the added firepower coming off the bench. Dante just got his career high of 25 last week. IQ had gone for 40. What? That's a good point, man. I mean, I see your point, and I see where you're going with it. I see where you're going with it, but that would be a big gamble. I'll put it to you like that. Okay, I see where you're going with it. I like what you're saying, but that would be a big gamble. A big gamble, because you got to understand what IQ brings off that bench. If you just put him in there and then you say, all right, we're going to put Grimes. Listen, Grimes with DiVincenzo and Hart and RJ Randall with Mitchell. Let me see, with iHeart there. I don't know about that lineup, man. Because there's nobody at the top of the key that's going to score at a high clip. You're going to have to rest Brunson and him at the same time with that lineup. Those guys are going to need rest, man. I'm going to give you a perfect example when they come out. Brunson comes out a certain part in the fourth quarter, right? You could bring in Grimes. Let IQ and them finish out the quarter. You can't bring Brunson right back. He just got out. He just got subbed out. So those guys are gonna have to rest. So if you have Dante out there with Grimes, with Hart, who's running the offense, man? Who's running the offense? IQ is like a coach on the floor. So is Brunson. You can't have both of those guys out, man, and they're gonna need rest. So I love what you're saying. I'm just trying to tell you that's how it's looking. Like you just can't do that. Okay, let's switch here. Let's kind of take a look here. Okay, so look. Can we win these next three? I think we can, and I think we will. I think we'll knock off the Hornets. Just saw earlier, too, while I was watching the game. So LaMelo went out, man. LaMelo's got an ankle injury, man, again. So, he's got these ankle problems, man. These ankle problems have been a big thorn in his thigh for his NBA career, man. As good of a player as he is, he just can't stay healthy when it comes to them ankles. So he's out. So that'll be big for us against the Hornets, because Bridges is coming back. Bridges is coming around, right? He's starting to get his legs right, and he's looking tough. Last game, Randall was having a problem with him. So this will be an easy win for the Hornets, right? Then once again, we got Detroit. I think we should be able to knock them off. And we got the pesky Toronto Raptors. So hopefully these next three games, I see the Knicks going 12. What is that, 12? Let me do my math right. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12. 12 and 7. 12 and 7. Atlantic Line. I don't see a problem with that. Elevating a bench piece, playing good ball, who's a great off-ball guy. We can't forget that Dante played with Curry last year. I mean, yeah, man, listen, look. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm not saying that, guys. What I'm saying is, it's dangerous, man. It really is, because I don't know. Dante hasn't been here long enough to really kind of be able to run the offense with the second unit. Kind of say, okay, this is my unit. Like, he hasn't earned that yet. IQ was up for 6th man of the year last year, man. You know what I mean? So that's his unit. So he knows how to run it, and like Tibbs has his confidence. So if you're gonna start both of those guys, they need rest. So you don't want to have a 3 or 4 minutes time in the game where those guys are on the bench and you're not getting nothing. You're getting turnovers. It looks crazy. So that's the danger of that. Yeah, we get fat on these low tier teams. Yeah, there's not that many good teams in the league, man. There's a lot of teams that just aren't well. We're like in the middle of the pack as far as good teams. We're like in the middle of the pack. As far as ranking goes, we're probably like the 13th or 15th best team in the league, probably. So we should be able to, you know, teams like the Hornets and the Pistons, we should be able to get rid of them. Okay, so Atlantic Line says, also, I think Grimes' driving ability is severely hindered because our mid 3 packs the paint. I can't stand seeing Grimes just standing there holding his hands up. Grimes. You know what? There's a thing called penetrating and pulling up for a 15-footer. Penetrating, pulling up for a corner jumper. Penetrating, pulling up for an elbow jumper. He doesn't have to take it all the way to the Baja, man. Like that's what he needs to do. Like, he needs to do that. Be a ball player, man. Stop overthinking it. You don't need to go all the way to the rack. Head fake, 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, pull up, bang, bang. You see what Devin Booker does, right? Look how easy he makes the game, man. Look how easy he makes it. And I'm not saying he's Devin Booker, but what I'm saying is that's the game. That's the game right there. You don't have to go all the way to the rack. Drive by your defender, catch a screen, come up off from the free throw line, bang, pull that, man. Pull that. Then they got to respect you. Then when they respect you, then it opens up the court. Now everybody can get busy. But if you're not even a threat, because you can't even do this, those are simple things. Those are things you learn in middle school, man. Those are things you learn in high school. Coming off the pick, pulling up to the elbow. That's it. That's just the mental thing, man. He's been working with JJ Redick, right? He's a good enough shooter, right? That's easy work, man. As soon as you get the pill, do that. Be aggressive, man. Make them dudes respect you. Period. And like I said, ability can be maximized coming off the bench. I have a feeling, man. I don't know. I just think you know what, man? I just think he'll be a lot more confident. That's what I think. I think he'll be a lot more confident. And I don't know. Like what I'm saying is that I just think there has to be a shakeup, man. I just think there has to be a shakeup. Like, it's just something that just doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? And offensively, you could see it. You know what I mean? It just does. Drew says Grimes going to keep holding his hands up. I see you over there, bro. And like, no change is coming, in my opinion. Tibbs is hard head who doesn't like change. Remember, for Tibbs to switch up the lineup last year, we had to lose 5 straight and get. Yeah. I mean, listen, absolutely. But I think he's learned, man. I think he's learned. But I don't know, man. Something's got to happen because we're starting off slow 2 games, and one thing, you don't want to pick up like bad habits, right? From starting slow and all this other stuff. Juice said, miss me with that JJ Redick talk. Hey, listen, man, I know, I agree, man. I'm not a big fan. I'm just saying that's what he was doing, right? He was out there shooting with JJ Redick. The Redick rifle. He should be knocking it down. But he's not, man. He looks shaky out there, man. Okay, NBIC, here we go. How do we know that Tibbs isn't telling Grimes how to play? Not everyone has the green light to play their game. Remember what 48 said he was told about how to play the game? Listen, man. I don't think Tibbs is telling Grimes don't shoot. I don't think Tibbs is telling Grimes don't be aggressive. I don't think Tibbs is telling them that, man. Tibbs is not telling that kid that. Like he's always said, man, the game will dictate and tell you what to do, man. That's just what it is. Now, if you're producing, it doesn't matter, man. How do you think IQ got good? You think he got good just by, he came in as a rookie too. He didn't come in no, he had to come in, he had to prove it. He had to defend. He had to learn the playbook. It took IQ a while to get his footing, man. You know what I mean? Come on. He had to earn Tibbs' trust. So what? So, how do you earn your trust? You got to go out there and ball out, man. That's it. So Tibbs ain't telling them, don't ball out. Just stay in the corner and be a bum. That's not what he's not doing that, man. And then Glass says, I like JJ. Yeah, JJ, man. JJ Redick, man. He's living in Brooklyn now. The Redick rifle, yo, he was nasty at Duke. Nasty, man. He used to break hearts out there, man. We win the next 2 and lose to Toronto. I think we can steal one from Toronto. I think we can. Toronto still got them wings, man. We need to get one, man. I don't know what Leon's got. I don't know, man. He's waiting for something. I don't know. He's talking to somebody. He's waiting for something to drop. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just saying. Because we need a wing, man. And there's a lot of them out there. We saw some tonight. I like Isaiah Little, man. I like him coming off the bench, man. He bangs. He's active. You need that, man. You need those young guys active like that. That's what wins games. Yeah. Drew said Toronto got live lump. We should knock them off. We should, man, but they just give us problems, man. They just do. Grimes just lacks confidence. That's what I'm saying. So I think that's why maybe just. But you know what, too, man? You got to be careful, too, because you don't know how mentally weak these guys are, man. So maybe Tibbs might want to make the move. Because, listen, these guys see what we see, man. Trust me, they do. But maybe he may feel that, okay, I don't want to do that because this could affect this kid's confidence. And I don't want to do that to the kid, right? So maybe that plays a role, too. Tibbs has learned a coach that has done the same thing with 3 teams has been fired for 2. Excuse me. IQ never lacked for confidence. He was pissing me off with his half-court threes as a rookie. Can't compare IQ to Grimes. No. I'm just saying in the beginning, man. In the beginning, he had to earn Tibbs' trust to be where he is right now. But one thing about IQ, he comes out and he plays his game. He's not thinking twice. He's just balling. Grimes seems shaky, man. And he's given the same opportunity as IQ. Like, it's not that he's not. It's just different guys, man. Different guys with different mentalities. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where the confidence comes from. Some dudes are a lot more confident than others, man. And that's just what it is. Atlantic line, man. Come on, man. He said, I remember Josh Hart lost 3-point counts to JJ's son, man. We cooked. Yo, baby. That's crazy. NBIC says free agency is our best bet for a wing. I agree, man. I definitely agree. But Devin Booker, man. Devin Booker, man. He's different, man. He ain't had that great of a night, man. Like, he didn't play that great, but you see what the guys do. It's like what Brunson did the other night, man. Those guys are different, man. And that's what the Knicks are missing. We got one. We need another one. Pair him up with Brunson. We're dangerous. I'm telling you we are. But tough loss tonight. Tough loss. We will get it back. Listen, but I'm going to get up out of here. Listen, I'm LV Live. I appreciate y'all coming through. Please hit that like, share, subscribe, and hit that like button, people. Hit that like button for your boy. Happy holidays to you and yours. I'll be back Tuesday to rock and roll with y'all. And hopefully we get a win against the Hornets and get back in the win column. All right, but I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I appreciate y'all coming through and rocking with me, man. I'm out of here, all right, people? Peace.